Lately, it seems like just about every day Universal makes another announcement. The news just keeps on coming, and Epic Universe's opening date keeps getting closer and closer. The Universal Orlando app has now added Epic Universe, and they just announced the next generation of wands. We will go over all the latest construction updates at Universal Epic Universe, but first, here's what we know about the new second generation of interactive wands. The new wands will be available to purchase on March 1st, 2025 at the Universal Orlando Resort. There will be 4 different designs and the wands will illuminate. There will be new adventures and the ability to earn Hogwarts House points. These new ways to cast spells will be available at all 3 Wizarding Worlds. The second generation wands will illuminate and also have haptic vibrations custom to each spell. Plus, there are 5 new interactive wand locations in Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade. You can also experience several enhancements to all the wand magic locations with magical spell books and new special effects. Through the Universal Orlando Resort app, you'll be able to access Universal Play. There will be new adventures throughout all 3 parks with Universal Play. Through Universal Play, you can unlock exclusive adventures that will develop your abilities as a wizard and unlock achievements. These achievements will include freezing pixies, or even failing to defeat the Dementor in Nocturne Alley, or even making it into the top 10 wizards in the daily leaderboard. There will also be secret spells, plus a digital map will help you find spellcasting and adventure locations. Spellcasting now will also include Expecto Patronum as you come face to face with a Dementor, plus cover a dark mark that's been casted into the night sky. You can customize your wizard profile through Universal Play. Select your name, an avatar, your Patronus, and your Hogwarts house. You'll be able to earn points for your Hogwarts house and see the progress in real time. You can follow other wizard profiles, and the House Cup is virtually awarded each day. With the new wands, you can unlock new spells and master new magical skills to reach 4 different levels. You can track your progress with Universal Play. You might be wondering if the first generation interactive wands will still work at the interactive wand spots. They will. They just won't have the same features. The second generation wands will be available to purchase at Ollivander's, Wands by Gregorovitch, and Cosme Acajor Baguette Magiques. If you want to read more about the new wands, there's a link in the description box below to the article from the Discover Universal blog. Now you can explore Epic Universe on the Universal Orlando app. If you click on the portal for each world, it lets you see all the rides, restaurants, and experiences. In the Dark Universe, there will be a merchandise spot at the Wagon by Curse of the Werewolf. It's called the Guild of Mystics. There will be colorful shirts, magical charm, or a piece of handcrafted jewelry. We can also see all the front entrance shops in Celestial Park. The shops will feature some new original characters. Inside the shop Sensorum Emporium, there is an explorer named Vincent Various. The description says that he's converted his workshop into a variety of stores at Celestial Park, including Sensorium Emporium, where you'll find an endless variety of merchandise. Another shop is Other Worlds Merchandise, where you can buy things from the other worlds around Epic Universe. The confectionery Moonship, chocolates, and celestial sweets will introduce us to Maya of the Skies. North Star Wintry Wonders will be Epic Universe's holiday shop with holiday gifts, toys, ornaments, and more. The other shop will be Lens Fair, where we explorers can take home keepsakes from our adventures. This will be where you can pick up photos from your journey around Epic Universe. Have fun exploring the app, there's plenty to see. Wesh 2 News caught more video of Dart the baby dragon. Inside the park with the trainer who is wearing a Viking hat, and Dart is performing for the audience. The park is finishing up the remaining projects. The first official phase of team members previews officially started on March 1st to the 7th. No photos or video recording is allowed. The second phase will be team members and families starting on March 8th. Some team members have already been able to get a peek inside the park. These are probably team members that will be working at Epic Universe. For the last few weeks, we've seen people walking around who are not part of the construction crew. Lately, we've seen a lot of people inside Super Nintendo World. The world isn't completely finished. There are still construction workers walking around and finishing up a few things. Outside the portal to Super Nintendo World is a table where it looks like people have to check in. Inside Donkey Kong Country, the queue stanchions have been added outside the food stand, the Bubbly Barrel. Several people can be seen riding Donkey Kong's Minecart Madness. This is a family-friendly roller coaster, and you have to be at least 40 inches to ride. This was changed because when they first announced the ride, the website showed the minimum height requirement was 36 inches. It did seem low, so I'm not surprised that it was changed. In the middle of the courtyard is a meet and greet location for Mario and Luigi. Stanchions have been added outside Toadstool Cafe. The restaurant sign was covered on the last update, but it no longer has plastic around it. 2 team members are seen wearing their Super Nintendo World uniforms just outside the Piranha Plant Nap mishap. The mushroom seats have been installed under the shade. Inside Donkey Kong Country, 2 more team members are dressed up in their uniforms for this land. There's also team members that look to be part of the custodial crew with brooms and dustpans as they keep the area clean. Letters have been added around the land as it's part of the interactive minigame to collect the letters that spell Kong. Shirts and other merchandise are now on display at Funky's Fly and Buy gift shop. Some people can be seen playing the key challenges with more team members in uniforms. This is the Koopa Troopa Power Punch and the Goomba Crazy Crank. On the last update, scaffolding was around Princess Peach's castle, but now work is all finished. Off to the side of the castle is the upper level exit for Super Nintendo World. Stanchions for the queue have been installed outside the food stand Turbo Boost Treats. A bunch of people wearing safety vests are seen entering Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. A few team members in their uniforms can be seen as well. Reconstruct got a video of the Super Nintendo World's portal as it changes colors. Now over at Celestial Park, the inscription has been added to the front and the back of the Kronos portal. The front reads, "Beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams." The other design plates have been added. Trees have also been planted at the portal. The back side of the Kronos says, "You wonder next which path to chart. The answer lies within your heart." Some new contraptions have been placed around the show fountain's wall. Glass walls have been added to the front entrance into the Atlantic restaurant. A figure has been added to both sides of the Kronos Tower. The figures could represent Celestians who are the residents of Celestial Park. They did not create the Kronos portal, and it's unknown who did, but they were travelers that found it. A concierge sign has been added at the kiosk just outside the Wizarding World. Here's a look at the concrete pattern in front of the pair of restaurants. To me, it makes me think of waves or wind. Another concierge kiosk has its sign just outside the Dark Universe. At Constellation Carousel, there's a cool effect that happens from the sunlight hitting the decorative windows at the attraction. The Helios statue is no longer covered in scaffolding and looks like work on him is done. Plants have been added to the planters around the statue. We saw some of the fireworks testing on the last update. From that footage, we can see there's more than just one launch site. We already knew about the peninsula behind the hotel. This is another spot that could be one of the other firework launch sites. It's located in the expansion pad between Stardust Racers and the Wizarding World. The Oak and Star Tavern now has its sign on the restaurant. More decorative elements have also been added around the window. The raised traffic circle is nearing completion. This will be for buses to shuttle guests between Epic Universe and City Walk. A lot of landscaping has been done. Theming is still in progress for the restrooms between the Nintendo Store and Pizza Moon. The walkway through guest parking has had landscaping done and looks ready to welcome guests. At Dark Universe, the safety nets around Curse the Werewolf's tracks are being finished. A production team was on site inside the entrance of Dark Universe, filming for promotional material for Epic Universe. It looks like the ad will include a family with a dad and 2 daughters. The Lacey's cottage looks finished. This is the expansion pad behind the queue for Monsters Unchained. Recently, they seeded a small portion for grass. The exit gate for Dark Universe is over here. Scaffolding is around the show building of Monsters Unchained as they paint it so it blends into the world's theming. More painting is seen over in front of Frankenstein's manor as well. On the Universal podcast, Katie Pachetti confirmed that there will be flying dragons in the Isle of Berk. There will be 2 dragon types, Monstrous Nightmare and Grunkles. Plus, she confirmed all the other dragons we'll see in the world. Astrid and her dragon, Stormfly, will roam around, and Stormfly will have vocalizations and can react to guests. Grump is Gobber's dragon. He'll be around Gobber's Forge. He is 14 feet long and breathes fire once in a while. Cloudjumper will also be around. And we've seen the Snow Wraith, which is from the TV series and not the movies. He'll breathe cold air, so it's a perfect spot for those really hot days. At the Haddock Paddock, guests will meet Toothless. Toothless is an animated figure, and he will be manned by a human who can react to everything the guests are doing and saying. The Nightlights, which are Toothless's baby dragons, will be free roaming around the Isle of Berk. The 40-foot tall statues represent the 2 centuries of Isle Berk. Concrete is being themed to look like dirt just in front of the How to Treat Your Dragon shop. Viking Traders will be a shop beneath the mountain of dragon houses. The merchandise will include Viking toys, helmets and shields, and plush toys. The front has been painted for the entrance into Hiccup's Wing Gliders. Next to it could be the shop called Hiccup's Workshop. The location on the map wasn't working properly, but this could be the shop, and is where you can find Viking gear and apparel. The final canopy has been added to the covered seating area of Spitfire Grill. 4 Coca-Cola Freestyle machines have been added to the Spitfire Grill location. Stanchions for the queue have been installed at the dining location. During the podcast, Katie also mentioned that there will be a game to toss sheep into baskets at the Viking training camp. At the Wizarding World, just behind the portal, are some directional signs that were recently added. Under the Can sign, a picture, sign, posters, and light fixtures have been added. The dome was added to the center of the dead-end courtyard. Some planters have been added by the cafe. Tables and chairs were added under the other awning for the cafe. Chairs have been placed above this doorway inside the courtyard where dark wizards like to hang out. Well, that's it for our updates for Epic Universe. Thanks to BioReconstruct for all the views into Epic Universe. And thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.